Hello, everyone. This is Orlandina Ballard, and I am the Fitter Woman. This episode of Muscles and Stilletos has been sponsored by the Fitter Woman University, a customized holistic wellness program designed to help you achieve individual goals and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Say goodbye to cookie cutter diets and yo yo dieting. Learn how to get on track and stay on your path to wellness. We're now accepting applications. Full scholarships are available. Contact FWU at 321-348-7966, or you can send us an email, thefitterwoman@gmail.com. In the subject line, you can just say, I'm ready. So, hey, Fit Fam, this is your girl, Orlandina Ballard, and I am the Fitter Woman. Welcome to my first episode of Muscles and Stilettos on Rudy Radio, powered by Strong Island Media Entertainment. I am an educator, motivator, professional bodybuilder, author, and people's health coach. I'm a woman who most definitely loves to wear her muscles and stilettos. On Muscle and Stilettos, we will be taking a journey together to becoming a fitter, healthier, and happier version of ourselves by learning how to find balance and connect to our bodies, minds, and spirits. On each show, we will share tips and strategies regarding nutrition, fitness, and spiritual wellness, sharing personal fitness journeys, connecting with health and wellness professionals all over the country, and spotlighting, celebrating stories of strong women in our community. So, we're going to start with this first segment called Fitter Stories. I decided to do this segment because I wanted to share my fitter story. I haven't always been the fitter woman. And my fitter story did not start from a place of being overweight or not being able to lose weight, as many people often think. My story started from a place of not knowing who I was or what I wanted to be a part of, or in what role did I play. My fitness journey began in 2011. It was a time filled with doubts, uncertainties, and unknowns. I was going through a divorce. We were going in different directions, and no matter what we did, we could not find a way to get back on track together. It wasn't my plan, nor did I want any part of that plan, but it was painful, and it was necessary. I had to learn who I was, aside from the role of wife and daughter. The gym initially served as a place for me to help escape, but after some time, the purpose of the gym changed. It became a vehicle that would allow me to look directly at my situation and face them head on. Unknown to me, I had begun to train my emotional and spiritual self along with my physical body to undergo my transition. I started working with a personal trainer and saw great improvements in my physique and fitness level. I changed my eating habits and saw even more improvements. My clothes began fitting differently, I had more energy, and my mindset began to change. I was teaching, training, and completing graduate thesis at that time, so I was a really busy person. After a few months, I was invited to watch my first physique competition and took a leap of faith and decided to train for one. Within a few months, I was introduced to my competition coach, and under his guidance, I went on to become an IFBB pro in about a year and a half, which was rather quick. Winning my pro card helped me to realize that even my journey to wellness was filled with many challenges, falls, bumps, and bruises. The deep and resounding benefits and blessings that came along with it went far beyond just being physically fit. This would be the revelation that would lead me to my life's mission, to create the Fitter Woman, her purpose to use movement and nutrition to assist women and their families to master their state of mind, improving their eating habits, and creating connections to oneself, to the community at large, and becoming a part of the greater cosmic web. I learned that I had to leave home to come home. I had to leave the person that I was to become the person that I am. So that's why I wear this necklace a lot, or I wear it all the time, my I am. And that led me to write that poem that I perform a lot, I am. I promise you all this. If you all decide to come on this journey with me, it won't be easy, but together, as a community, as a family, we will become our best selves yet. So fam, here we go. So I wanted to introduce you all to my first guest, my sis Boomba, my good friend, my sister in fitness, Marie. This segment is called Connections. And the reason why I created this connection is because I wanted to assist you, my fit family, the listeners, to health, beauty, and fitness professionals around the country, because that's what's going to be happening. We're going to be interviewing people from around the country. So I wanted to introduce you to Marie. Marie has had a passion for weddings and fitness. She's traveled through a personal journey to health and fitness. Marie officiates weddings and assists with creating custom ceremonies with personal, classic, and traditional wedding readings and vows for bride and groom, family, and friends. Marie is a certified fitness instructor with over a decade of mentoring, coaching, and training experience. I should know. I'm one of her her clients, patients. Many times I get that call. Dina, breathe.
I'm here for you.
Exactly. Thank you. Even today, I'm like, I'm nervous. This is my first show. She's like, breathe. What is your intention? Breathe. She holds a certification from the American Council for Exercise, the ACE, the International Sports Conditioning Association, and is a certified life cycle celebrant. Marie is also the proud owner of Elite Bride Squad. It offers specialized programs of exercise, group, and personal training sessions, creating strong, radiant, and happier brides. Welcome, Marie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be your first guest.
I'm like so
on
happy.
Your first show.
I'm like so excited.
Oh, my sister girl has a show. I'm so happy. Anyway.
When I told her about this show, she said, I'm going to be like your Grace to your Oprah.
Exactly. That's I am, the sidekick. I'm always here.
So, Marie, what led you to establish the Elite Bride Squad? Like, when you told me the idea, I was like, yo, that's dope. And everyone who's heard it since is like, yeah, that's dope.
Same thing. I know. Okay, so basically, like you shared, my story, my fitness journey has been really most of my life. So, overweight kid in, high school. I was, on a cheerleading squad and different things, so I kind of got in shape. But then as an adult, it was kind of an up and down thing. But when I made the decision to really dedicate myself and to get fit, one of the driving goals for me, or one of the things I think that led me to success, was that I just found myself in a group of women that we just held each other accountable. We supported each other. We cheered each other on. You could cry on their shoulder when I can't get one more rep up. I can't.
I know that.
So, so the group dynamic was so important to me achieving my success and then becoming a trainer. So I just kept that going, and I still have those relationships. My sweat sisters for life is what I call them. And as far as weddings go, I love weddings. I love everything wedding. I planned them for family, and then I started doing them professionally. Even before I became an officiant, I would help people just organize and get it together, because there really is a structure. It's a lot to take on, but, there's a structure to it. And so it really just, Elite Bride Squad came out of my two passions, the two things that I love the most, just creating special moments for people and actually empowering women to really succeed at what it is they're doing. So I was doing them separately, and people were asking me for the same things in both arenas. And I said, well, why don't I just put this together and marry the two?
No pun intended.
No pun intended at all. And that's really how I gave birth to Elite Bride Squad.
You see, that actually led me to the next question. I'm like, these are two seemingly vastly different things. How did you get this marriage to be so successful? That was a good one, right?
Oh, very good. I love that one. It was, there's a need. At the end of the day, anything you do with passion, it fulfills a need. And the need was, what bride do you know? And not only the bride, the maid of honor, the bridesmaid, the mother of the bride, the mother of the groom, the women that are just invited to the wedding, doesn't want to look amazing in their dress. It's almost the first thing you always hear. Did you get the dress?
Yeah.
And then, when they get the dress, like, okay, how's this going to look? How's my arm going to look? How's my belly going to look? All the different parts.
Yeah.
So the only way, and IFBB Pro, to get your body to look good in anything,
you got to work.
you have to work.
You got to work. And you do have to have your squad. So that's why I like the fact that you even put that term in there, your squad, because those are your people that have your back. Through thick or thin, because usually those are the people that you ask to be your bridesmaids, right?
Exactly.
So now, let me ask you this. Your background as both a fitness professional and, that's what I had said before, like, since they were so different, how does being a wedding officiant differ from having a pastor or a priest officiate your wedding? And why is selecting the right wedding officiant so important?
Okay. So depending on, how you grew up, when you're having a wedding, I like to tell my couples, the marriage is for you too. The wedding is for everyone else. Wow. It is your day, But
You're just
the wedding is for everyone else.
wow.
So, a pastor or a priest, if you have a great relationship and, whatever faith you may follow, that is a wonderful way to go. Having an officiant is just another option. It really is just, like ice cream. It's just another flavor of ice cream that you can take. And the difference that I see in an officiant, and especially in my style of creating ceremonies, I really create unique ceremonies based on the couple that I'm working with. It's your story. Every journey to marriage is a story. How you met, the bumps along the way, how he asked you or how she asked you to marry. It's a story. And one, I love hearing about the story.
Yeah.
I get
love
to,
it too.
I do, I get, it's like the juiciest
like I
thing.
sit in the wedding and I'm like, oh my God, that's how they met. That's so beautiful.
Exactly. And, and my ceremonies are not cookie cutter. It's not, let's be honest. Can we be frank?
Yes, please be frank.
Can we be frank
Let's
on,
be
on
honest. Speak
muscles
freely.
and stilettos?
Yes.
How many of you have gone to a wedding and you're sitting there and you're thinking about, I really hope they have pigs in the blanket.
Yeah.
Or what's going to
Yeah,
be
you
in the
kinda check
buffet hour
out.
because I'm starving. You kind of
Yeah,
check
you
out.
check out because you're not connecting to it because you don't hear the story. You hear the traditional and the usual, do you take this one? Do you
Yes.
take that one? I mean,
Exactly.
there's a beauty in tradition. But
course.
There's something, hey, it's like the gown. The gown has to be couture. Right?
Yes.
So everybody loves couture. That's why I like that show, You Say Yes to the Dress.
Yes.
So if that's couture, why not make my vows, the whole
Yeah.
ceremony, that whole couture
I mean,
experience?
it's a major, if not one of the most important days of your life. And there's something special about having it be uniquely tailored to who you are. And as an officiant, and I've, performed many weddings, one of my greatest joys is I want my clients to be happy, of course.
Correct.
But one of my greatest joys is after the ceremony to have guests come to me and say, oh my God, that was beautiful. Or,
Yeah.
oh my God, that was amazing. Or I laughed or I cried. Or, to take the time to seek me out
Wow.
to say how lovely the wedding was or how memorable it was. So, one of the things that I like to tell couples, one of the things that you can overlook in all the stresses and craziness of putting together a wedding is the number one question I ask them when I interview them is, what do you want the people attending your ceremony to walk away feeling?
What's their takeaway?
What do you want them to leave with?
Correct.
And it gives them pause sometimes because it's not something they necessarily are thinking about. It's like that one little thing that can make such a difference, because if you have an intention of what you want your guests to feel when they leave, happy, joy, tears, laughter, or a wow factor, whatever it is, everything you do from then on will be to create that. And as an officiant, that's what I do. I
help
find
them.
out what your it is, and okay, now we're going to create the ceremony that's going to give your guests that.
And you know what? It's great to have someone to help you to do that because it's so easy to become overwhelmed. And I wanted to ask you this, and you kind of touched upon it. What are some common stressors or points of distractions that can come up when the couple's planning a wedding? Like you said, the marriage is for the two of you, the wedding's for the family.
Right.
So, and how do your services help them through that?
The number one stressor, money. Finances. At the end of the day, weddings are expensive. And so always know your numbers. You can have big, beautiful dreams of what you want the day to look like, what the dress to look like, the flowers and the venue and, everything. But stick to your budget. Be as close to it as possible, because going outside of your budget just adds to additional stress after the fact. And I promise you, you can have a small budget and have an amazing wedding.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be this extravagant,
Yes.
flowers dripping off the ceiling, especially if you're going to have a leak in your house and you can't afford to pay for that. So,
Exactly.
And as a married couple, especially newly married couple, you don't want to add, it's already stressful and it's difficult to have two different people coming into one household and then to add this additional stress of a budget. So
Definitely. So money is this. So, get a hold of that and be honest with yourself on what you have, what you're able to do, and then just stay within that, and then you can make it amazing. And then the second one is, as I said, the wedding is really for the family. So family mothers' expectations of others is a second stressor, because you want it to be special for you. You want to have the type of wedding that you as the couple want to have.
Yes.
But then there can be other voices, especially if the other voices are providing any financial help. So it's about balancing your desires and your dreams of what you want your wedding to be and not necessarily people pleasing, but having it be something that everyone can really be happy with at the end. So those are the two major stressors that I notice.
So the finances, the budget, and just, trying to find that balance between the expectations of your family and your expectations as well.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Have you ever come across a couple that you felt wasn't ready? Like you're like, and what did you or what would you advise? Not to put anybody on Front Street.
Oh, no.
No, everybody.
We don't name names.
We don't name names.
We never name names. Honestly speaking, like I said, people's journeys are all different. And how their marriage is going to look is going to be based on them and what they create going forward. So it's not my place to counsel them, or something like that. If they've made the decision that they're going to take this journey into marriage, my job is simply to make sure that they have the best ceremony that they would like, and have it to look the way that they want it to look. So I can't say that I've really encountered a couple that I was like, oh my God, you guys really should not be getting married. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. My couples have been pretty good so far. Knock on wood, please. Good. But, if that were to happen, again, I don't know that it's my place as the officiant to really, unless asked directly a question, to really, to go into the counseling end. Because I'm really here to just make your dream day your dream day.
Okay, well, what if it was like, so we know that the Elite Bride Squad focuses on the bride.
Yes.
And her squad getting ready for the big day.
Yes.
And sometimes planning a wedding can bring up feelings of jealousy. And not that the person expected, it could be from someone in a bridal party, someone in the family, and maybe they didn't even realize they had those feelings come up. So what would you say to a woman who was always a bridesmaid but never a bride? And what does Elite Bride Squad do in that type of situation? Can do in that type of situation.
We women are interesting creatures.
Yes, we are. Amazingly complex and multifaceted as a beautiful garden.
Phenomenal.
Yes, we are.
But interesting. So what I would say, if you've always been the bridesmaid, never the bride, is that, be patient. Your time will come if you truly want that to come. Like if that's something you're really creating in your life, I'm all about self-manifestation. Whatever you really want in life, you will make manifest if you believe it and you work towards it. So it's just not your time. That person just hasn't shown up. Keep working on you. Keep being the most amazing you that you can be. Keep doing the things that interest you. Keep evolving.
Yes.
Never stop evolving. Even if you are married in a relationship, never stop evolving. The relationship shouldn't stop evolving. You as an individual shouldn't stop evolving.
Correct.
Yes. You're gonna get me into a whole couple of
I'm
like,
I'm sorry. I feel it. She's like,
it's just like to please, please the other. You don't want to downplay yourself. Like you evolve as a couple, you evolve as a unit, but you evolve as an individual because then you just have more to bring in.
Yes.
So for me, it's not a matter of like, why is so-and-so, all my friends are getting married or all these things.
And a lot of women feel that pressure, especially when they get to that point where
certain
everybody's starting to get to a certain age.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting married. Everybody's having a baby. Why am I not there yet? And as you said, give yourself time. Give yourself the time to get there and continue to manifest. Because the last thing you want to become is that bitter person. Because if you allow these things to fester, you do become bitter. And then now you can't live in the moment and enjoy the moment for that person. So,
right. And then the other thing you don't want to become is you don't want to become the desperate person that's just going to say yes to
anybody that
showed up or settle for something that is not really the dream of your life.
Correct. I was listening to Keisha Christian. She has a show on here too called Dropping Gems. And there was a point where she was interviewing someone. And the quote is, when you get married, whatever God has put together, let no man put asunder. But sometimes we said, oh, God put us together, and it really wasn't God. It was you.
Right. What did you hear?
What did you hear? What did you want to hear?
Right.
So I thought that was very interesting. Sometimes we get into these relationships because we're so desperate.
Or just so... desperate, or
not
it's
even a negative,
comfortable, or you're used to it, or it's, again, like I said about the wedding expectations,
Yeah.
the expectations of other people. If you've been together for a long time, or if again, if you're at a certain age and they're just like, well, you really
when
should be, the clock is ticking,
yeah.
and so for the expectations of others, you may make choices that are not really your choices, or the choices that align and fulfill you.
Correct.
But they're just like, well, this is how it should go, or this is how so-and-so expects it to go, or my mom expects it to go, or we've been together for so long, so yeah, sure, let's get married. What is
Right
that
there,
song? We might as well do.
Oh yeah, that.
You know
let's
the
just
lyric.
Get married.
Yes.
We just get married. When I heard that first song, I was like,
At first I was
please.
like-
That means you want me to settle for you? No, thank you.
We might as well do this.
And you know what? That right there, that's gonna be another topic, Facebook fam. Relationships, knowing when to move on. We'll invite Marie back on to talk about that and bring on
Sure.
relationship experts. So now let me ask you this. What are some of the goals that you have for the future for Elite Bride Squad? Will
Bride
there be
Squad.
an elite groom
Oh,
or elite
gosh.
gentleman squad? Because I'm sure some of the fellas are out there, but what about us?
I get the question. I do. I get that question. I actually was doing a bridal expo last week at City Field, and a couple of the men came up. It's couples that come in like, oh, but what about the guys?
Exactly.
What about the groups?
I get that
Do
all
you
the
take
time.
care of the guys? One fiance is someone. He's like, yeah, because she keeps telling me I need to lose weight before the wedding. I was like,
Can't touch
I can
that.
hook you up with a great trainer. How about that?
I'm just
So-
yeah, I get that.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
no fitter man. I'm like, we love you, but right now I'm focused
Right
on
now,
the
just
ladies.
the ladies.
right
But I
now.
can connect you with a great person. A couple of people. but-
Where can our listeners find you?
You can find me.
viewers, too. Our viewers.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, on IG at elite_bride squad. You can also find me, you can email me if you have inquiries about weddings, elitebridesquad@gmail.com. And we're there. I can give you the phone number. You can,
Yeah,
I guess you
yeah,
can post
leave the
it.
phone number, absolutely.
347-352-9424. 347-352-9424. You can call. It's a free consultation for the brides. And on the fitness side, too, again, brides on their own or brides as a collective with your bridal party or any women you want to take this journey with you. We create the group fitness experience with you and the people that are closest to you.
Okay.
So closest to you for your wedding and to get you ready for the wedding day. So it's really just about empowering you as a unit and giving you tools so that after the wedding day, this is now a part of your life that you continue. You're not just getting ready for the wedding.
Exactly. And I'll be sharing that information that Marie just shared on the Fitter Woman on our Facebook page. So if you go there later this evening, you'll find the information. We're going to upload that. And also on social media. So you'll find Marie. Just look up for the Elite Bride Squad.
Elite Bride Squad. Like
So
the shirt
Marie,
says.
you going to hang out with us for the rest of the time?
Sure. I got nothing to do this evening.
You got nothing to do this evening? I feel special. I don't know if that was a backhanded compliment. I don't know what that was. All right. So, Marie, thank you for joining us and sharing your services on Muscles and Stilettos. And you're going to hang out with us,
Yes.
right? I have a letter that I'm going to be sharing with the listeners in a little bit. And so we'll just go for a little break. You are listening to Muscles and Stilettos on Rudy Radio, powered by Strong Island Media Entertainment. This episode has been sponsored by Fitter Women University, a customized holistic and wellness program designed to help you achieve individual goals and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Say goodbye to the cookie cutter diets. Just like Marie said, no cookie cutter here. We're strictly couture. And yo-yo dieting. Learn how to get on track and stay on your path to wellness. We're now accepting applications. Full scholarships are available. Contact me at FWU-321-348-7966, or you can email me at thefitterwoman@gmail.com. Subject, I'm ready. So, welcome back. So Fit Fam. What's our time check, Bobby? 5 minutes. Ooh. You're right, Bobby. He said it time flies by. All right, Fit Fam. So, I have a letter that I want to share with you. So this is the last part of the segment. So the show is broken up into 3 segments, and this one's going to be called Stronger. And this is where we share the fitness stories of different people who have written in. And if you have a story you want to share, it can be done anonymously. And the premise of it is we are all journey women on the same path to wellness. Some of us have gone ahead and have wisdom to share with those of us that are behind them. And those of us that are at the same place, we can help our sisters. So here's a letter. You listening, Marie?
Yes,
Okay.
listening.
Dear Muscles and Stilettos, I've been having trouble sleeping lately. I find myself having a lot of negative and complaining thoughts. I'm trying to figure out how to have a better mindset. I feel as if I'm always in this place of questioning. I'm a mom of a toddler, I'm a wife, and I have a good career. Yet I notice that even though I've made these, what is it right here? I'm sorry. Even though I'm in this place of, I'm in a good place in life, but I'm always questioning. When do I go past that? I always notice that I'm always going back to decisions that I've made in the past. So, how do I get back into a place of being okay with my decisions? How do I get past the questions? Sincerely, Sleepless in Seattle. What do you think, Marie? What advice would you offer to
Well,
Sleepless in Seattle?
Sleepless in Seattle. One thing I would definitely say is to, as you said, you're a mom, make time for you. Even if it's just 5 minutes a day, to just sit. You can meditate, or you can pray if you choose to pray, or just breathe in and breathe out. Meditation doesn't have to be some, ooh ah thing. You can literally just take that 5 minutes just to kind of settle within yourself and connect with yourself. And then the second thing I would offer is to just have compassion for yourself. Have
That's good.
compassion for where you're going, what you're going through, the period in your life that you're in. And then the answers will show up. And whatever it is, you will just know that you're strong enough to deal with it. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just a choice that was made, and then you get to deal with that. And then make another choice, and make another choice, and make another choice.
And I'm going to add to that, Maria. I think that's awesome advice. Absolutely. I think that being a place of questioning, sometimes we frown upon it, like, I should be okay with these decisions, and or I shouldn't be questioning. I should be fine with where I am. And it's okay to question. It means that you're evaluating. And you said
Right.
earlier, we're constantly evolving. We are changing. We can never be stagnant. If we are, just like water, if you're stagnant, you stink. So we don't need that. We need to always have this constant movement. And one of the other things that I would offer is being in a season of questioning makes us uncomfortable because it's making us look in the mirror. And this season, the fall, that's the time for that. You look at your life and you're thankful and for the blessings that you receive, but it's also the time for you to go back to the drawing board and to see what worked and what didn't work. And that
Right.
leads to questions. And it's okay to be in that space. And seek counseling, whether it be spiritually based counseling or non spiritually based counseling, but seek a counselor, professional help, because it's not a negative thing. It's always good to have that help because they can do it from a non judgmental perspective. Because friends mean well, family mean well, but sometimes their advice may be tainted based on their own life experience. So
Or
you
their
wanna-
relationship with you.
Yes, exactly. Because they want to protect you. They want to love you and hug up on you and make you feel as everything's okay. And it's good to get a perspective that is non-judgmental and just outside and helping you to see your life from out there. So, Sleepless in Seattle, go inward. It's okay. Keep looking and keep a journal. Let the questions come. Acknowledge them no matter how painful they may be. So I want to thank you all for joining me today, along with my guest, Marie Williams from Elite Bride Squad. Join me every second and fourth Wednesday of the month on Muscles and Stilettos, where we'll be taking this journey together to become a fitter, healthier, and happier version of ourselves by learning how to balance and connect to our bodies. I want to thank Rudy Radio and Strong Island Entertainment for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences and to share your stories with everyone. My name is Orlandina Ballin, a.k.a. The Fitter Woman, and I wear my muscles and stilettos. Good night, fam.